It's day 8 of Canuary, and today we are making chili. But before we get into that, look at our butter. Look how nice it came out. I am like so happy about that. Isn't that nice? And now, shelf-stable butter. Like, try it out if you haven't. This is 2 sticks of butter in a half-pint jar. So try that out. Okay, so on to today. We are making chili, and my chili has beans in it. My kitchen, my rules, your kitchen, your rules. But my chili has beans in it. So we're gonna use 2 pints of kidney beans. And these are kidney beans I canned. What? Using the things we made, right? And then 2 jars of diced tomatoes. Also, I did that. 1 jar of salsa. 2 cans of chili beans. Didn't do these myself yet. Womp womp. A green pepper, half this big boy, a bunch of garlic, a bunch of garlic. Measure this garlic with your heart, okay? We love garlic. I might add more, but this is probably about what we would use. This is what? 7 cloves. We're gonna put some chicken stock in here. Not pictured is tomato sauce because I have it frozen in cubes, and so I'm gonna add those in. I might add some tomato paste depending on its thinness. However, this one I'm going to make a little bit thinner because we're going to can it with beans and the liquid's going to get absorbed a little bit. Spices, I like to put in chili powder, obviously, garlic powder, onion powder, and some red pepper flakes. I also use turkey in my chili, which is questionable if it's rebel or not, but whatever. My kitchen, my rules. Your kitchen, your rules. So I'm going to use 2 pounds of turkey. You need a big pot. This is a 9-quart Dutch oven. And we're going to cook everything in here. We're going to start with our meat. We're going to cook our meat all the way through. Then we're going to add all our ingredients, and we're just going to warm it through, and then we'll can it. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so we are going to cook up our turkey first. This is turkey that we raised and processed ourselves, so excited about using it in this meal. Okay, while the meat is cooking, we are going to chop up the pepper, the onions, and the garlic. Always remember to wash your vegetables because chances are somebody didn't wash their hands and was touching it before you got it. Okay, so our veggies are cooking down with the turkey. And then next, I like to add in some of the seasons to let them kind of start to cook down a little bit. All right, so we're going to try and measure out our spices. When I make this, I just measure with my heart. So we're going to measure these out. I'm doing a tablespoon of granulated onion, a tablespoon of granulated garlic. Let's do 4 Let's start with 4 tablespoons of chili. I tend to like a little bit more chili. And then let's do a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. And let's do a teaspoon of sea salt. And that's where we will start. And I will update on anything I add. Alright, I added a little bit of chicken stock in there. Now let's add our seasoning in to let that cook down just a little bit. So we're not just going to be eating raw seasoning. So I guess although it will cook down a little bit in the canning process. I'm also going to add a tablespoon of sazon because we love Puerto Rican seasoning in this house. Okay, let's open our jars. Okay. Alright, so first we're going to add in our diced tomatoes. And then we're going to add in our beans because I like to let them cook down a little bit. They're going to need probably the longest to warm through. Alright, so we've got all our beans added. I also put our salsa in there. We're just going to give them about 5 minutes to cook through and warm up. And then we'll add in like our tomato sauce, maybe a little bit more chicken stock, and tomato paste, and then taste our chili seasonings and see if we need to add anything else in there. Alright, the chili is ready to can. I added 8 ounces of tomato sauce and about a cup of chicken broth. Alright, our jars are warm, and so we're going to fill our warm jars with our hot chili. And we're going to give them a 1-inch headspace. Okay, so just wipe down your jars really good so that you get a really good seal. This chili does have a little bit of grease to it, so you don't want any of that grease on that rim, and then that would inhibit getting a really good seal in the pressure canner. Okay, so here is the end product of our chili. It's so good. And this is a family recipe made usually just by eyes and a dash of this and a dash of that. So if you want more of something in there, just add it. Just measure with your heart, whatever you feel like will taste good or whatever you like to add in there. Sometimes I like to add cannellini beans in there as well. So it's up to you. I'm just giving you a loose guide. But here's the end product.